Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. We are going to get into another chapter of the 7 spiritual principles, or 7 spiritual laws of success. Okay? I hope you are doing well today. Current time here in Malaysia is 12:16. Okay, so we're talking about fours, 4-4. So you could be saying 4-4-4 or 44-44. I woke up, I slept in today for the first time in, man, a very, very long time. The dream state was very active. Dream state was very, very active last night. Kevin, Warlock, I had several different dreams about him. And then I had a dream about my daughter's mother. In that dream regarding my daughter's mother, you know, I'm gonna share something with you guys. That I don't know. Maybe you can identify with this. You know, when you were a youngin. So, and they're probably reminiscing and all that sort of thing, as well as things come to a head. I've been saying flowers, the word flowers, and then yesterday when I had the feather during the chapter 1 of the reading of this book by DEEPAK CHOPRA, we said flower instead of feather initially, and then I'm out over here at the playground to the right in the pool area, and there's the word flowers on one of the steps. Okay, there's cars, flowers, strawberries. Those are the 3 steps: cars, flowers, strawberries. Okay, so I'm not a tremendous strawberry fruit fan, but drinks and that sort of thing, very much so. Here in Malaysia, I had a pineapple drink the other day. It was non-alcoholic, it was just pineapple juice. And then strawberry I've had, or watermelon I've had a couple of times. So there's something about receiving our flowers at this time. Okay? Okay? So one of the things that happens often, it happened with Van Gogh, it happened with Picasso, where the majority of their fame, or their fame really came to light, and their brilliance came to light, maybe even Nikola Tesla, their brilliance came to light after they were physically no longer here as those beings, or those names, okay, as we know them. Okay, as far as history is concerned. So most high vibrational beings, insightful beings, or gifted, what have you, many do not receive their flowers while they're here. They receive them after. Okay, but we are receiving our flowers while we yet live. Okay. But the dream about my daughter's mother, whose name is Melinda, when we were teenagers and dating, we used to go to a park, and this park had a pond. And today the whole construction of that park has changed tremendously. There's no road where we used to park. But we used to park there at this pond and get our groove on in the car. Okay. There were a couple times when police officers would come by and they would knock on the fogged up windows. So again, that was between the ages of 16 and 20. We dated for, about 4 years. Okay? But in the dream, she was in the car, and I was in the car with her, and it seemed to be in the back seat. And she said, she was laying down, and she said something about not feeling loved or not being loved. Okay? She said she didn't feel loved, or something like that. So to her, I don't even know if she listens to the channel, but to her, I would say this: we get what we receive. Okay? Now, when I say we get what we receive, I mean once we awaken. Okay? While we are yet asleep, spiritually, we do not get what we receive. Many people are still asleep. They go to church each and every Sunday. Go to church 3 and 4 times a week. Okay? Religion has never saved anyone, and neither has the Bible. And Divine Source told me something about the Bible today. They said that book is man-made. That's why the name Jesus is all over it. It is man-made, that book. Okay? It should not be considered a canonical text. Okay? It should not be. Divine confirmed that with me this morning. Okay? That book was written by man. Again, they took things out of canonical text, out of truth, dumbed it down, and then put false names in it. Okay? And half-truths, which are whole lies. Okay? So, hello and good morning to you again, or good evening to you if you are in the U.S., because in the U.S. it is currently 10:30-ish or so, Mountain Standard Time or West Coast time. Okay? So the second spiritual law is the law of giving and receiving. The second spiritual law of success. The law of giving and receiving is based on the fact that everything in the universe operates through dynamic exchange. Every relationship is one of give and take. I would say give and receive, not take. Okay? Don't take, receive. If it's not offered, move on. Okay? Every relationship is one of give and receive, because giving and receiving, see, he said giving and receiving. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of energy in the universe. If we stop the flow of energy, we interfere with nature's intelligence. Okay? We must give and receive in order to keep money or anything we want circulating in our lives. Okay? Again, I've sown here twice to 2 people. And to 2 people. There's 20 ringgits, 10 ringgits each. One was a lady in the Chinatown market place here in Kuala, and she was just sitting on the ground, and she had a baby, infant child, and I just put 10 ringgit when I went to Chinatown. I don't know, when was that? 2 weeks ago or something. I put 10 ringgits in her little cup thing. Okay. And then I've mentioned the guy at the temple whose legs were swelled and had that bad smell. I don't know what that's called. He also received 10 ringgit. Okay. Currency is our word for money. Derives from a Latin word meaning to run or flow. Interesting. Money is a symbol of life energy we give and the life energy we receive as a result of the service we provide to others. Like a river, money must keep flowing, otherwise it begins to clog and stagnate. Circulation keeps it alive and vital. If we stop the circulation of life energy, if our intention is to hold on to our money and hoard it, we stop its circulation back into our lives. interesting, guys. That was interesting. The intention behind our giving and receiving is the most important thing. Again, intentions. When the act of giving is joyful, when it is unconditional and from the heart, the energy behind it, the giving increases. Then the energy behind it, the giving increases many times over. But if we give grudgingly, okay, that's what many people do when it comes to tithing, okay? Tithing is a lie as far as the 10% is concerned, okay? Divine does not require you to give 10%. That was under the law, okay? Because man was being a knucklehead. So man wants to make all these physical sacrifices and all this stuff. Divine was like, okay, I require 10% of everything that comes into your storehouse, into your house, everything that you earn, 10%. But under grace, Issa specifically points out that we are no longer under that, and we are to give as we are divinely guided in the New Testament. Okay, divinely guided giving. Okay, not 10%. Okay, these greedy ass churches out here will have you to believe that you still need to give a minimum of 10% or you're going to hell. They're going to go to hell for telling you that you need to give 10% and it's mandatory. Okay. If we feel we have lost something through the act of giving, then the gift is not truly given and will not cause increase. The law of giving and receiving is simple. If you want love, learn to give love, okay? And that's what I would tell Melinda, okay? So if you're feeling as if, for some reason, you're feeling as if you're not loved, try giving unconditional love or try giving true love, okay? With your intentions and with your actions, with your words, with your thoughts, okay? And you'll feel better. If you want, because it'll come back to you, okay? If you want attention and appreciation, learn to give attention and appreciation. If you want material affluence, help others to become materially affluent. So, I don't know who said the quote or said it or quoted as saying it, but you can have everything you want if you help others get what they want, okay? Or something along those lines, okay? If you want to be blessed with all the good things in life, learn to silently bless everyone with all the good things in life. And I wouldn't say everyone. The more you give, the more you will receive. In your willingness to give that which you seek, you will keep the abundance of the universe circulating in your life. Okay? I was having verbal conversations with Divine Source and ancestors and the Orisha and the Archangels and the Ascended Masters this morning, just thanking them, just honoring them, just telling them how much I appreciate them, their protection over me, the walls around my heart that they've helped me to build as far as borders are concerned and boundaries are concerned. I said borders, boundaries are concerned. And just thanking them, okay? Abundance has material expression, but what is really circulating is consciousness. Even the thought of giving, the thought of blessing, or simply prayer has the power to affect others. We are bundles of thought in a thinking universe, and thought has the power to transform. The best way to experience the law of giving and receiving is to give a gift to everyone you come in contact with. Again, I wouldn't say everyone. This doesn't have to be in the form of material things. Walking away from someone is giving someone a gift. You're giving them the gift of freedom. You want to act a clown? So I'm going to set you free so that you can be the kind of clown that you want to be. You want to act a fool? So I'm going to set you free so that you can be the kind of fool that you want to be. Okay? In most cases, for high vibrational energy, beings. They don't want to act a fool without you. They want to act a fool within you. Catch what I'm saying? Okay? So within your energy, within your sphere, within your vortex, within your space, they want to act a fool with you in it. Okay? Or act a fool in your energy. This doesn't have to be the gifts of caring, affection, appreciation, and love are some of the most precious gifts you can give, and they don't cost you anything monetarily. They cost you something, but not money. One of the things I was taught as a child is never to go to anyone's house without bringing a gift. You may say, how can I give to others when I don't have enough for myself? You can bring a note that says something about your feelings for the person you're visiting. You can bring a flower. There's another mention of a flower, a compliment, or a prayer. Whenever you meet someone, silently send that person a blessing. This kind of silent giving is very powerful. Give wherever you go, and as you give, you will receive. As you receive, the more your ability to give will increase, and the more you will gain confidence in the miraculous effects of the law. By the way, I sent DEEPAK a message some days ago asking him about judgment, and he never replied. I sent it through LinkedIn. Okay, he never replied to the message. Okay, or question. There is nothing you lack because your essential nature is one of pure potentiality and infinite possibilities. I like infinite possibilities. You are inherently affluent no matter how much or how little money you have. Because the source of all wealth is the field of pure potentiality that knows how to fill every need. Giving and receiving are nothing other than the flow of life and the harmonious interaction of all the elements and forces that structure the field of existence. The exchange of energy is a process that has its own timing, organizing, and beauty. Your life unfolds in the same way. Everything that comes to you isn't something you earn, but a gift freely given by the universe. As we get a guest, a feathered guest just landed on the fence, okay, of the gazebo. Everything that comes to you isn't something you earn, but a gift freely given by the universe, which means it comes from a deep awareness of what you need. Think of all the things that have been freely given to you without you having to ask for them. Just experiencing gratitude allows you to appreciate the law of giving and receiving. Nature supports your every need and desire, including your need for joy, love, laughter, harmony, and knowledge. I would say wisdom instead of knowledge. Seek these things first, not only for yourself, but for others, and all else will spontaneously come to you. Okay, so he gives a couple of key points here. To experience the law of receiving, or giving and receiving, give a gift to everyone you encounter, be it a compliment, a flower, or a prayer. This will begin the process of circulating joy and affluence in your life and in the lives of others. Gracefully receive every gift that life offers you. Be open to receiving, whether it be material gift from others, a compliment, or a prayer. I wouldn't let anybody pray for me. I'm just saying, don't let anybody pray for you. Okay? Silently, the spirit of Gaston was the last spirit that prayed for me at the Rock of Central Florida. That's his name, Gaston, Gaston. Look up the spirit of Gaston. Spell it that way. What is the spirit of Gaston? Google it and find out. Okay? And then Most High told me don't have anybody else pray for healing for my kidney at that time. Okay? I was still on dialysis. Silently, with everyone you encounter, happiness, joy, and laughter. Or silently wish, sorry. everyone, you encounter happiness, joy, and laughter. By giving and receiving the gifts of caring, affection, appreciation, and love, you will keep wealth circulating in your life. Okay? So that's chapter 2 of Deepak Chopra's little pocketbook, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, a pocketbook guide to fulfilling your dreams. Okay? And so the law of giving and receiving is one that I absolutely, of course, believe in. Seed time and harvest is another way to phrase that. And seed time and harvest, as Deepak stated, you can't control the timing of it. It just is what it is. Okay? Just allow it. All right? And the other thing that I will mention is that your giving in any way, again, it doesn't have to be money, but your giving does things for you positively that you know not of. Okay? So my giving and sowing into the 3 families, the 3 seeds at the Rock of Central Florida, 2 of which were not even born yet. I sowed into 3 years. It's 3 separate years. 1 child for an entire year, another child for an entire year, and another child for an entire year. Every month I would send their family gifts or brought gifts for that child, for that seed, to the Rock of Central Florida and gave it to their parents, while yet the woman was still pregnant in cases. Okay? So that seed time that I sowed that faithfully as guided by divine source, okay, that has provided so much for me. Okay? That has provided protection for me, that has provided healing for me, that has provided nurturing for me, that has even provided financial blessings for me. Okay? So yeah, okay? So what you give, so I gave 10 ringgit to this one, 10 ringgit to that one, you gave $5 here or $3 over there, $10 over there, okay? I would hand out 20s at the intersection, okay, in Central Florida. When I had a business, I'd hand out a 20. Somebody be on the side of the road, I'd just reach into my pocket or whatever, and I'd hand them 20. Okay, I didn't carry 50s and stuff like that. I would carry a $20 bill, right? And I would give it to them, okay? I didn't think twice about it. I've been homeless 3 different times. 2 times while I was on dialysis, okay? So the law of giving and during that time, by the way, I only went without food 1 day. 1 day out of the 3 times that I was homeless, I went without food 1 day. All the other days, in all 3 of those times, divine fed me somehow, some way. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? So seed time and harvest. Again, don't sow everywhere, because again, throwing your seed, okay? So you look at the ground here that you see in this camera. If you throw your seed, your abundant seed on this ground, it's not going to grow anything, okay? There's artificial grass on the right in the playground of where you're looking in this video. If you throw your seed on that artificial grass, it's not going to grow, okay? So again, your discernment is extremely important. So Deepak never mentions that. He said give everywhere. I don't agree with that. You need to give discerningly, okay, through your intuition, okay? All right. So, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. This is extraterrestrial guidance. This is esoteric guidance. It is extraterrestrial guidance. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Again, receiving flowers. Those of us who resonate with this journey, that's really what my channel is for. It's for those who are ready or those who already are ascending. Okay? Empaths, healers, light workers, star seeds. Okay? That's what this channel is for. Yeah, it's not for the general public. Okay? I'm not a church. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, and be encouraged.